Have you ever felt like the world is constantly throwing doubts at you, making you question your own worth? You're not alone. So many of us, at some point in our lives, find ourselves in this very situation. Think about it. Maybe you've been passed over for a promotion at work, even though you know you've put in the effort. Or perhaps you've had friends or family members make comments that cut deep, making you wonder if you're really as good as you thought you were. It's like there's this constant stream of negativity that chips away at our self-esteem. Specific group characteristic people who are highly sensitive or perfectionists often find themselves in this bind. They tend to internalize every criticism, every setback, as a sign that they're not good enough. Problem. Dilemma. These individuals can feel trapped in a cycle of self-doubt. They might work themselves to the bone, yet still feel unappreciated. The world's harsh words and high expectations seem to overshadow their own achievements. They start to believe that they're not worthy of success, love, or happiness. For example, a perfectionist artist might spend months on a painting, but if one person makes a negative comment, they throw the whole thing away, convinced that they're a failure. Redefinition, positive perspective, but here's the thing. Your sensitivity or perfectionism isn't a curse. In fact, it's a sign of your depth and your drive for excellence. Those who are sensitive have a heightened ability to understand others and the world around them. And perfectionists? They strive for quality, which is a great trait. Your setbacks aren't failures. They're stepping stones to growth. Each time you face doubt, it's an opportunity to learn more about yourself and what truly matters. Solution. Action advice. First, start practicing self-awareness. Notice when those negative thoughts start creeping in. Are you being too hard on yourself? Keep a journal and write down the situations that trigger your self-doubt. This will help you see patterns. Next, challenge those negative thoughts. If you think I'm not good enough, ask yourself, what evidence do I have to support this? You'll often find that there's more good in you than you realize. Surround yourself with positive influences, like friends who lift you up or books that inspire you. And don't be afraid to take small risks. Each time you step out of your comfort zone, you're building your confidence. Encouragement, empowerment. You are an amazing, unique individual. Your worth isn't determined by the world's opinion of you. You have so much to offer, whether it's your kindness, your creativity, or your hard work. Believe in yourself, because you are capable of achieving great things. Don't let the world's doubts dim your light. Shine bright and show them what you're made of. Another aspect to consider is the role of society in shaping our self-worth. In today's Western culture, we're bombarded with images and messages of what success and worth should look like. We're told that we need to have a certain job, a certain body, or a certain amount of money to be valuable. But this is a false narrative. Specific group characteristic young adults, especially, are often caught in this web. They're at a stage where they're trying to figure out who they are, and the pressure from society can be overwhelming. Problem. Dilemma. They might feel pressured to fit into a mold that doesn't suit them. They could be pursuing careers they don't love, just because it's what's expected. Or they might be constantly comparing themselves to their peers on social media, feeling inadequate when they don't measure up. This can lead to a lot of stress, anxiety, and a real hit to their self-worth. For instance, a young person might see their friends getting high-paying jobs right out of college, and feel like a failure if they're still exploring different career paths. Redefinition, positive perspective, however. This period of exploration and self-discovery is incredibly valuable. It's a time when you get to learn about your true passions and strengths. Your journey is unique, and it's not a race. Just because someone else seems to be ahead, doesn't mean you're behind. Every step you take, even the detours, is part of your growth. Solution, action advice. Take time for self-reflection. Ask yourself what makes you happy, what you're passionate about. Don't be afraid to say no to things that don't align with your values. Build a support system of like-minded people who encourage you to be yourself. And remember, it's okay to make mistakes. In fact, mistakes are where we learn the most. Encouragement, empowerment. You are on an incredible journey of self-discovery. Your worth is not defined by society's standards. You have the power to create a life that's true to you. Trust in your process, and know that you are on the right path. You are worthy of love, success, and happiness, just as you are. Now, let's talk about how past experiences can impact our sense of worth. Many of us carry the scars of childhood criticism, failed relationships, or past traumas. These experiences can leave deep imprints on our psyche, making it difficult to see our own value. Specific group characteristic. People who have experienced childhood neglect or abuse often struggle with self-worth issues. The lack of love and support during those formative years can lead to a lifelong battle with feeling unworthy. Problem. Dilemma. They might find themselves in a cycle of self-sabotage, believing that they don't deserve good things. In relationships, they might tolerate mistreatment because they think that's all they're worth. They carry a deep-seated belief that they're flawed and unlovable. For example, someone who was constantly criticized by a parent as a child might grow up always expecting the worst from others and having a hard time accepting compliments. Redefinition, positive perspective. But these past experiences, as painful as they are, don't have to define you. They've made you stronger and more resilient than you realize. Your ability to survive and keep going is a testament to your inner strength. You're not a victim. You're a survivor, and that's something to be proud of. Solution, action, advice. Seek therapy, if possible. A trained therapist can help you work through these past traumas and rewrite the negative narratives in your head. Practice self-compassion. Treat yourself as you would a friend who's going through a tough time. Be kind, understanding, and patient with yourself. And start small. Set achievable goals for yourself, and each time you reach one, celebrate your success. Encouragement, empowerment. You are so much more than your past. You have the power to heal and to rewrite your story. You are worthy of love, respect, and all the good things in life. Don't let your past hold you back. You are a beautiful, capable person, and it's time to start believing in yourself. In the realm of relationships, our sense of self-worth can also be deeply affected. Have you ever been in a relationship where you felt like you were constantly giving, but not receiving much in return? Specific group characteristic. People who are overly self-sacrificing in relationships often end up with their self-worth taking a hit. They put their partner's needs above their own, often to the point of neglecting themselves. Problem, dilemma. They might find that they're losing their identity in the relationship. They're so focused on making their partner happy that they forget about their own happiness. And when the relationship doesn't work out, they're left feeling empty and unworthy. For example, someone who gives up their hobbies and friends to be with their partner might be devastated when the relationship ends, feeling like they've lost everything. Redefinition, positive perspective, but your self-sacrificing nature is a sign of your big heart. You have a lot of love to give. However, it's important to realize that a healthy relationship is a two-way street. You need to take care of yourself too. Your worth isn't determined by how much you do for others, but by how much you value yourself. Solution, action, advice. Set boundaries in your relationships. Communicate your needs clearly to your partner. Make sure you're making time for yourself and your own interests. And if a relationship is constantly draining you, don't be afraid to walk away. Remember, you deserve a relationship where you're equally valued and respected. Encouragement, empowerment. You are an amazing person with so much to offer. Don't sell yourself short in relationships. You deserve to be with someone who sees your worth and loves you for who you are. Believe in your own value, and don't settle for anything less than a healthy, loving relationship. Now, let's touch on the concept of self-worth in the context of mental health. Depression and anxiety can often go hand in hand with low self-worth. Specific group characteristic. Those who struggle with mental health issues, like depression and anxiety, often find their self-worth at an all-time low. The negative thoughts and emotions associated with these conditions can make it seem impossible to see any good in themselves. Problem. Dilemma. They might feel like they're a burden to others, that they're weak, or that they'll never get better. The constant battle with their own mind can be exhausting, and it's easy to lose sight of their value. For example, someone with depression might feel like they're not capable of achieving anything because of the overwhelming feelings of sadness and hopelessness. Redefinition, positive perspective. But having these mental health issues doesn't mean you're any less worthy. In fact, the very fact that you're still here, still fighting, shows your incredible strength. Mental health struggles are just that, struggles, and they don't define your worth. You're a warrior, and each day you wake up and face the world is a victory. Solution action advice: seek professional help. A mental health professional can provide you with the tools and support you need to manage your symptoms. Practice self-care. This could be something as simple as taking a warm bath, going for a walk, or reading a book. Surround yourself with positive affirmations. Write down things you like about yourself and read them every day. Encouragement. Empowerment. You are so much more than your mental health struggles. You are a valuable, unique individual with so much potential. Don't let your depression or anxiety tell you otherwise. You have the power to overcome these challenges and to see your true worth. Keep fighting, because you are worth it. In conclusion, finding your worth when the world makes you doubt it is a journey. It's not always easy, but it's one that's worth taking. Remember, your worth is inherent. It's not based on what others think of you, your past mistakes, or your current circumstances. You are valuable, you are loved, and you have the power to define your own worth. So, the next time the world tries to make you doubt yourself, stand tall, look it in the eye, and say, I know my worth, and I'm not going to let you bring me down. If you like my program, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and leave a comment. See you next time.